God's will upon you, you are welcome to this great ancient city. And I promise you, we will retaliate your hospitality where we visited you in Akwa Ibom. And we will discuss the specific of those retaliations just before you leave. Nobody come here alone and go back alone. Is somebody hearing something? Let me appreciate all our brothers, governors. There is no need to try to measure them one after the other. But I do not recall any previous occasion where we have such a collection of executive governors from the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west. Your Excellencies, we are extremely grateful. There is one patient elder and our father who has provided us with guidance over the period. The one and only former governor of Kano State and now the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress. Anybody who is not in his party is not progressive. Another is watch. A dumb PDP house has been emptied, and he has like a peacock harvest all of them and provided cover. So, Governor Daduje, Chairman, we are very much appreciative of your being here. But, Mr. President, sir, why are we here? Two reasons. I wish we have enough time to visit each of the markets in Edo State. You will be shocked. But Eda Kweki, Oba Tokpae, other Obaseki's watch, virtually most of the market in the heart of Benin City have been burned. And not one of them he has rebuilt. Even the historical Oba market, our women are trading other ramshackle tents so that when it is raining, they can protect their wear. What is governance about? Number two, I saw the way we navigated today because the major roads are flooded. When the governor promised Gelegele Port, people took the thing literally. But today we knew that what it meant is that when it rains, if you don't have canoe in Benin City, you do well to stay in your house. So the Gelegele Port emerged from your neighborhood once it rained. Your Excellency, and the great people of Edo State, we have traveled around the 192 ward. The message is the same. The foundation of our future has been compromised by Governor Obaseki and his advisor and special Ogako partner, Ighodalo. It is incomplete to measure Obaseki and omit the driver. The driver is Asue, I swear. The driver is Asue, and I hereby swear. Okay. Because Your Excellency, Asue Ighodalo is the chairman of Obaseki's think tank called Alagodaro. Your Excellency, people of my age and even younger have not forgotten how Asue Ighodalo and all his associates were involved in what they call Plan Well. Plan Well was set up as an institution, quote, where you deposit 10,000 in the money, but tomorrow it becomes 15,000. And after 6 months, Edo people were defrauded, and the institution disappeared. They became rich. Edo people became pauperized. Let me repeat to you, sir. Even one of your honorable ministers, not knowing he would be minister one day, he tried to build up his capital. He said with plow well, and he was wrecked financially. I won't mention his name, but he's seated here. You know how many ministers that are here. So he defrauded the poor, defrauded the rich, defrauded even well-educated people. That cannot be the character. With all due respect, that will come to want to formally take over the treasury of Edo State. As we speak, he is the treasurer of Obaseki. Because he suddenly became a chairman of a bank after Obaseki became a governor. And I'm like, this is a coincidence? What interest has he suddenly acquired in the bank to qualify him to become? Because when you talk of Obaseki, it's like narrating the story in the Bible when in the Garden of Eden, you don't talk about Adam without talking of Eve. If you are trying to understand who committed the first sin. These two are the same. Your Excellency, today in Edo State, from Edo South to Edo Central, from Edo Central to Edo North, Obaseki has not built any new school. And yet, he's drawing money from the basic education fund, which the federal government, under your leadership, provide 50% subsidy. And there is no super board in Edo State. And I know that under the law, you can't spend that money without having a board. Today, sir, people point to Abuja. But we have a government in Edo State. We get 30% derivation. Today, this board you call Esopade. When I was here, we used their resources. We get the board to focus on infrastructure. Today is a one-man board. There is no board to make decisions. Under the law setting up that foundation, that institution, you can't spend money without a board. Of course, Your Excellency is aware that Obaseki ran this state for 4 years with 10 members. Since 1960, I do not recall any time a government run a system with 10 people out of 24. And that went on for all of 4 years. As we speak, the foundation of education is destroyed. You go to a typical school in Benin City. We went to one in Obia. You have no teachers at all. The rich one is where you have 2 teachers. Of the 2 teachers, one is a headmaster. Which means the children of the poor cannot have upward mobility. When I was here, my maximum monthly revenue was about 3 billion. Today, Obaseki received over 60 billion naira. And there is nothing on the ground. There is no road. Erosion has destroyed Benin City. The project we started, he has stopped it. And above all, even for market women, Mr. Vice President, this will interest you. In fact, that's the wrong word to use. This will make you lose your appetite for lunch. Obaseki hauled market women into Oko prison for not paying a fine of 20,000 naira. And some of these women delivered twins inside prison for an offense they did not commit. That is to say nothing about several innocent people who are beholden to jail, including our first youth leader. Mr. Vice President, I know you have read the handing over note of your predecessor, Professor Osinbajo. Osinbajo came to Benin up to 3 or 4 times on the invitation of the governor. First, to set up, to do groundbreaking ceremony of industrial park, and it was celebrated. All manners of colored people were paraded, from Singapore to Indonesia to Malaysia to India. Your Excellency, as we speak, that place is a huge forest. Not one tomato Not one granite processing company is there. Not done. Your Excellency, based on consultancy, he brought the whole Nigerian people, including the Vice President, your predecessor, to do what he called mass housing unit against the deep groundbreaking. So much groundbreaking that the whole Edo was quaking. But none of these have come to reality. From Edo South to Edo North, people are lamenting their poverty. Even the rice that federal government sent to Edo, they bag it. Even the donation by Dangote Foundation, they cover it and put them in private warehouses or the smart Edo boy they had to go there and democratize them. Now we haven't come here today, Your Excellency, to lament the failures of Obaseki. Our message is a message of hope. We will not be detained by the very recent bad past. We are inspired by the infinite possibilities of tomorrow. Once we have a vehicle properly repositioned, a driver in the person of Akpako Rescue. Your Excellency, after going around those states, the people have baptized, because we believe the baptism, I'm a Catholic, they baptized into Akpako Rescue. Rescue our education, rescue our infrastructure, build new roads, drain Benin City, and above all, respect the culture and tradition of this great nation. The Oba of Benin is not just the Oba of Benin Kingdom. We as Edo people see him as the paramount traditional ruler of the whole of Edo State. Because Edo is an ethnic, I know, what can I do? What can I do? I don't want the BP to know that the money they are giving to Obaseki by way of special grant, like the one you gave now for special flood control, he's going to put it into the system and he's not going to trickle down to the people. The money must be on its way to Lagos now. My advice, when a child has shown that is not capable of managing resources, you don't put more resources in his hand. Monday, we need all the resources to make up for lost time. Today, this is the last point. Your Excellency, you spoke glowingly about the effort of the Oba of Benin to retrieve what was looted by Europeans when they invaded the kingdom. Now, out of guilty conscience, they have chosen to return those things. And what have we seen? Obaseki wanted to re-loot what has the looting that has been returned by building what he called a private museum. And Obaseki said, no, this I want to put in a royal museum. Mr. Vice President, I'm sorry I'm taking time, but I want the president to go back and tell President Tinubu why a decade the people are crying. Obaseki demolished a hospital in the 21st century and replaced it with a motor park and a museum. What is he going to keep in that museum? Now, at the time, I visited to Akwa Ibom, and I know that Governor, as there was Governor Akpabio, you built an ultra-modern electronic library. What did Obaseki did in Edo State? He demolished our library and replaced it with the local market. And what has he done? As he built that local market, they encouraged the destruction of the old market. It is not by mistake that they have not rebuilt the upper market. The Ekiosa market, all those markets. His logic is this. When those markets are burned down, you are forced to go to his old market, which he has built to replace the library. Who does that? In the 21st century. As somebody who claims to have gone to school. So, Your Excellency, I can go on and on and on. But, lastly, the Edo political class is now unanimous. Today, the remaining senator who was still in PDP by mistake has decided to return. The senator who represented us in the Donor for 8 years, Senator Francis Ali Mikeda. We have also made history. Obaseki has made history as the only governor in this state who under his tenure, his deputy governor had to decamp to join opposition. Because it is better, as they said in our national anthem, let us build a country where no one is oppressed. Now, a deputy governor was so oppressed that he had to leave the governor and return to APC. There is nobody from the north, central, and south. No political person of note is with them. The last time I saw them on parade, the only person I saw is Tommy Kimi. Tommy Kimi's best politics was during the military, where he built a road that terminated at Ighodalo. He did not even extend it to Ewohimi, Ewato, and all the other places. So our house is full. And I've said last, now this is final last. He has refused, Your Excellency, this is important. Obaseki has refused to sign the peace accord. And this gives you a window into the way in which his heart works. The chairman of the peace accord is not just an ordinary retired general, but is the man who gave birth to this democracy that we are in. They killed the policeman attached to the governor, to our governor. He waited. And Obaseki said, any attempt to arrest them, Nigeria will fall. They have killed many of our people, many of our people, destroy homes, burn shops, marched women, marched youth, and he said, they should not be arrested. Your Excellency, we are ready for one man, one woman, one Obaseki, one Ighodalo. This democracy must take place, this election must take place in a free and fair atmosphere, devoid of violence. Edo people, oh yeah! Oh yeah! Great women, oh yeah! Oh yeah! Great people, oh yeah! Oh yeah! Thank you very much.
Thank you. Make some noise.